DC didn't just abandon single characters, it abandoned whole generations of heroes. Legacy names hyped as the future, only to be dropped. A new Batman line that vanished before fans could accept it. A Green Lantern core of successors quietly shelved after a few arcs. And an entire wave of young heroes introduced with fanfare, erased without warning. These weren't background sidekicks, they were DC's next era, betrayed by the company itself. So, which legacies rose and were abandoned? Here are 10 forgotten DC generations. At number 10, we've Earth 2 characters. In 2012, DC Comics launched Earth 2 as part of the New 52's second wave, a bold attempt to reimagine the Justice Society of America on a parallel world. In Earth 2's storyline, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman died during an apocalyptic invasion, which paved the way for new heroes. Readers met Alan Scott, now reimagined as Green Lantern and openly gay, Jay Garrick as a rookie Flash blessed by the god Mercury, and Helena Wayne as Huntress alongside Karen Starr as Power Girl. Nicholas Scott's artwork gave the series a cinematic scope, and Jay Garrick's lightning-charged costume became one of its standout designs. At first, Earth 2 promised a thrilling legacy, but editorial shifts led to writer James Robinson leaving after issue 16. By 2015, the series ended, wrapped into the Convergence crossover, before DC's Rebirth initiative reset continuity. Alan Scott's reimagined Green Lantern is regarded as the most lasting legacy, while many other Earth 2 heroes have had only limited appearances since. At number 9, we've Dark Matter, the new age of DC heroes. In 2018, DC Comics unveiled a daring new line born from the pages of Dark Knight's Metal. Publisher Dan DiDio promised readers a fresh wave of superheroes who could carry the company into the future. The roster included Damage, a destructive powerhouse, the Silencer, an assassin longing for retirement, Sideways, a teenager gifted with teleportation rifts, and the Immortal Men, Guardians of Secret Wars. Standing apart was the Terrifics, led by Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Plastic Man, and Phantom Girl. The books carried the bold banner, The New Age of Heroes, each debuting with big-name creators and priced at $2.99 to lure new readers. But the excitement did not last. Titles shipped late, struggled with direction, and sales quickly fell. By 2020, every series was canceled, with the Terrifics ending at issue 30, its final chapters digital only. Many commentators say that the line faded almost entirely, leaving only scattered cameos as reminders of DC's abandoned generation. At number 8, we've the Earth 1 graphic novel line characters. In 2010, DC Comics launched the Earth 1 graphic novel line with Superman. Earth 1 by J. Michael Straczynski and Shane Davis. Its goal, modernize iconic heroes in standalone volumes, free from tangled continuity, and reach bookstore/library readers preferring complete stories. The imprint expanded with Batman. Earth 1 by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Wonder Woman, Earth. 1 by Grant Morrison and Yannick Paquette. Teen Titans, Earth 1, and Green Lantern. Earth 1 by Gabriel Hardman and Corinna Bechko. Each book offered striking visuals, from Gotham's gritty realism to a stripped-down cosmic Green Lantern core. DC marketed them as cinematic reimaginings, and for a time, Superman, Earth 1 was an Amazon bestseller. But release delays and inconsistent cohesion slowed momentum. By 2021, with Batman, Earth 1 Volume 3, the line had quietly faded. According to DC's publication history, its influence remains mainly through adaptations like Man of Steel and The Batman. The next 4 generations carried huge expectations. From a forgotten wave of teen heroes, to a cosmic experiment, to a new league that never found its place. At number 7 is 1 Year Later. In 2006, DC Comics launched 1 Year Later, an initiative that advanced every series 12 months after the events of Infinite Crisis. Each book began with new status quos, leaving the mysteries of the missing year to unfold separately in the weekly series 52. Batman returned to Gotham after his absence, recommitting himself to the city alongside Tim Drake, with Bruce Wayne even offering to adopt Tim as his son. Superman regained his powers in the storyline Up, Up and Away, and reclaimed his role as protector of Metropolis. The push also introduced a lasting hero in Jaime Reyes, whose Blue Beetle series began as part of this wave, while Bart Allen moved into the role of the Flash in The Flash, the fastest man alive. Every book carried the 1 year later banner across its cover. But by mid-2006, the branding was dropped, the experiment was abandoned, and only Jaime Reyes survived as its enduring legacy. At number 6, we've Batman Incorporated. In 2010, DC Comics transformed Batman's mission with the launch of Batman Incorporated by Grant Morrison. For the first time, Bruce Wayne stepped into the public eye and announced that he would fund Batman operations across the world. This was not just Gotham's crusade anymore, it became a global network of heroes united under the Bat symbol. The series introduced a remarkable cast of international Batmen: El Gaucho in Argentina, Night Runner in Paris, Batwing in Africa, each with unique cultural designs brought to life by artists like Yannick Paquette and Chris Burnham. The concept was promoted as an army of Batmen, a daring expansion of the mythos. But the movement slowed quickly. The first volume paused for the New 52 relaunch, and although Morrison finished his Leviathan saga in the second volume, the idea itself ended in 2013. According to DC's publication history, the global Batman disappeared, leaving behind a generation that could not endure. At number 5, we've Tangent Comics characters. In 1997, DC Comics launched an experiment unlike anything seen before. Under the guidance of Dan Jurgens, the company introduced Tangent Comics, a bold line of one-shots that reimagined iconic names with entirely new identities. Readers opened the pages to discover a female Flash wielding the power of light, a rebellious freedom fighter known as the Joker, and Harvey Dent transformed into the Superman of this world. 12 titles were released, each carrying familiar names but entirely different stories. The striking visuals made the line stand out, from the Joker's leather-jacketed revolutionary style to the Flash's glowing energy form. A second wave followed in 1998, but sales were never strong enough to sustain ongoing series. By the end of the decade, the Tangent universe was abandoned. According to DC's official multiverse guide, the world later became known as Earth 9, but outside of a short 2008 miniseries, this generation has remained forgotten. At number 4, we've The Wildstorm. In 2017, DC Comics revived Jim Lee's Wildstorm universe with The Wildstorm, written by Warren Ellis and drawn by John Davis Hunt. This was not a crossover with the main DC universe, but a complete reboot with its own continuity. Readers were introduced to a reimagined grifter drawn into government conspiracies, Angela Spica as a new engineer, and Jenny May Sparks reborn as the spirit of the century. The series carried a sleek, cinematic style, trading bright superhero costumes for espionage realism. DC promoted the project as a full relaunch of Wildstorm, as the Wildstorm universe rebuilt for the 21st century. Spin-offs like Michael Cray launched alongside it. But when the 24-issue run ended in 2019, other trivial issues had stalled the line and stopped expanding. According to DC's official solicitations, the promised imprint never materialized. And by 2022, Wildstorm characters returned only as guests within the main DC universe. And then came the next wave, heirs of legends, bold new universes, and wartime replacements, all abandoned. At number 3, we've Infinity Inc. Infinity Inc. debuted in All-Star Squadron issue 25 in September 1983, then launched its own series in March 1984. It was created by Roy Thomas, Dan Thomas, and Jerry Ordway. It was built around the children and protégés of the Justice Society of America, heirs who were meant to continue the fight once waged by America's first superheroes. Among them were Jade and Obsidian, the twin children of Green Lantern Alan Scott, Nuklon, the godson of the Atom, Fury, tied to Wonder Woman's lineage, and Silver Scarab, the son of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Their brightly colored costumes reflected a new generation stepping into the light. For fans nostalgic for the Golden Age, DC positioned the team as the continuation of the JSA's heroic lineage. But when Crisis on Infinite Earths rewrote continuity, many of their backstories fractured. The series actually ran until 1988 up to issue 53. Skyman was killed in Infinity issue 51. The title wrapped up shortly after. According to DC's publishing record, Jade, Obsidian, and Nuklon, later Atom Smasher, found lasting roles, while most of Infinity Inc. faded from prominence. At number 2, we've Milestone Universe. In 1993, DC Comics partnered with Milestone Media to launch a bold new universe. Known as the Dakotaverse, it brought forward heroes who reflected the diversity of real life. Readers met Static, a teenager with electromagnetic powers, Icon, an alien living as a black lawyer alongside his partner Rocket, Hardware, a brilliant inventor waging war against corruption, and the Blood Syndicate, a super-powered street gang. With bold artwork and urban energy, Milestone looked unlike anything else on shelves. DC backed the imprint with promotions, trading cards, crossover events, and even a partnership with Skybox Trading Cards for wide distribution. The line enjoyed early commercial attention and critical acclaim. But the mid-1990s market crash devastated comics. By 1997, Milestone's publishing line had closed, leaving its universe silent. According to DC's official records, Static also endured through later appearances. And while the Milestone brand has since been revived, its original generation remains a casualty of that collapse. At number 1, we've Young All-Stars. In 1987, DC Comics launched Young All-Stars to fill the void left by Crisis on Infinite Earths, which erased the Golden Age Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman from history. To preserve the World War II era of the Justice Society, Roy and Dan Thomas created a new team of stand-ins. Iron Monroe took the place of Superman, Flying Fox served as a Batman counterpart, and Fury stepped forward as a Wonder Woman legacy. Alongside them were Neptune Perkins and Dan the Dynamite, older heroes folded in to complete the youthful squad bridging past and present. Covers billed them as World War II heroes readers had never known, but the series never gained momentum. Sales remained low, and by 1989, after just 31 issues and 1 annual, the title ended with the team's disbanding. According to DC's official publishing record, most members faded from use, with Fury tied into Sandman, while the others remained echoes of a forgotten generation. Which forgotten generation deserves revival? Let us know in comments. And for more interesting videos like this, press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.